Welcome, gentlemen, to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking something really foundational for your health and vitality after 60. It's the surprisingly powerful role of, well, the nuts you choose to eat. Have you ever really considered that just a simple handful of nuts could influence things like, your prostate health, your energy levels, even your intimate moments? It might sound a bit bold, but as we dive in, you'll see it's actually backed by science and, well, real world experience. Our deep dive today takes us into the insights of Dr. Mohit Khera. He's a urologist and men's health specialist, over 30 years of experience, shared on the Life After 70 YouTube channel. He's guided thousands of men, just like you, through the challenges of aging, seeing firsthand how these daily choices can really restore confidence and keep vitality alive. He shares this fascinating paradox about nuts that most men just don't realize.
It's so easy to just lump all nuts together and think, oh, they're healthy, right? But Dr. Carr's work, it really highlights more nuanced truth. Some nuts genuinely act like, well, medicine for your body. They actively fuel testosterone, boost circulation, protect your prostate. But then others, and these can be really common ones you might eat every week, they can quietly sort of inflame your system, block blood flow, and actually hinder your performance. So this deep dive, it's really about giving you that clear, practical information so you can make the best choices for your own health and confidence.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Our mission today is pretty clear. We want to reveal the 5 nuts every man over 60 should probably embrace. To strengthen his prostate, sharpen vitality, support firmer, lasting erections. And just as importantly, we need to uncover the 2 nuts you absolutely must approach with caution if you want to stay healthy and confident. One of these might actually be a daily habit for many of you without you even realizing its impact. Right, let's kick things off with a nut that, looks simple, but Dr. Khera calls it the circulation supercharger. We're talking about walnuts. For men over 60, good circulation isn't just about the heart, is it? It's foundational for vitality in, well, pretty much every aspect of life. So what is it about walnuts that makes them so potent for boosting blood flow?
Walnuts are really quite remarkable. They're packed with omega-3 fatty acids and also the amino acid arginine. Now, when these two get together in your body, they're like this dynamic duo. They form nitric oxide. And you can think of nitric oxide as your body's natural signal for relaxation. It tells your arteries to ease up, to expand. This allows blood to really surge into areas like the penis, making erections feel fuller, stronger, and just far more dependable. Without that crucial surge, well, firmness can be weak. Dr. Khera has seen it, countless times. Men reporting clear, undeniable changes in their intimate lives.
That's a really powerful mechanism. But okay, beyond just the circulation, what other benefits do walnuts bring to the table for men's vitality, I mean?
Well, building on that circulation point, walnuts also come loaded with vitamin E and these things called polyphenols. These are powerful antioxidants. They act almost like guardians for the really delicate nerve endings throughout your body, the pathways that carry those signals for pleasure. So when these nerves are well nourished, sensitivity feels sharper, responsiveness is faster, and, satisfaction just feels more complete. Dr. Khera even shared anecdotes, stories of men saying things like intimacy with their wives felt alive again after just a few weeks, something they really thought was gone for good. And we can't forget the healthy fats in walnuts either. They help stabilize testosterone production. That keeps desire strong, energy steady, and mood balanced, which is so important as we age. Just a small handful, maybe about a quarter cup daily, can honestly be a game changer. You can sprinkle them on oatmeal, toss them in a salad, or just, eat them as a snack.
Okay, next up. A nut that many might just consider, another boring health food. But Dr. Khera reveals it as a powerful ally. Almonds. He calls them the stress fighter. Why are almonds so effective at combating stress and boosting vitality, especially for men, say, in their 60s and beyond?
Yeah, it's interesting. Dr. Khera often sees men in their 60s, 70s feeling tired, tense, kind of worn down. And often they reach for those processed snacks, right? They tend to overlook almonds, thinking they're just, well, plain. But almonds are actually loaded with vitamin E, magnesium, and those healthy fats that are so crucial at this stage of life. The vitamin E, it acts like a shield. It protects your artery linings from oxidative stress, that sort of slow, rust-like damage that can stiffen blood vessels and hinder circulation. By keeping arteries smooth and flexible, almonds help blood flow exactly where it needs to go most, including, importantly, to your prostate and erectile tissue. That's really a lifeline for strong erections and lasting stamina.
Right, so it's not just what you eat, but what that food is actively protecting inside your body. What about that stress fighter angle, though? How does that work?
Exactly. That's where the magnesium comes in. The magnesium in almonds, it quietly but powerfully helps lower cortisol, which is your body's main stress hormone. Look, Men over 60 often carry a lifetime of stress, right? And high cortisol, it basically robs the body of testosterone. It drains desire, weakens performance. Almonds help break that cycle. They calm your nervous system, reduce that sort of stranglehold of stress, and allow testosterone levels to, well, rise again. Dr. Carr's patients, they report not just more energy in the bedroom, but actually a calmer mood, better sleep, steadier confidence overall. Plus, almonds give you sustained energy without those blood sugar spikes, keeping you feeling awake and present. A handful of raw or maybe lightly roasted almonds a few times a week, it can make a surprisingly big difference.
Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting, I think. Our third nut comes with strong scientific backing. Actual clinical proof, pistachios. Dr. Carr shares the story about a patient who saw real improvement, like in firmness and endurance, in just weeks. Not from some pill, but from a simple handful of pistachios. What's the science behind that direct impact?
Yeah, the beauty of pistachios is that we have this rare and pretty robust clinical evidence of their direct impact on erectile function. It's not just theory. Studies show measurable improvements in men who eat pistachios daily for several weeks. It really is a compelling example of food acting as functional medicine. This is largely down to their rich supply of arginine, that amino acid we mentioned earlier. Your body converts it into nitric oxide, that master switch for blood flow. It essentially tells your blood vessels to open up wide, allowing circulation to surge right into the erectile tissue. Without enough of it, erections can stay weak. With plenty, blood flows freely and firmness is restored. It's quite direct.
Wow, that's quite a testament to the power of, well, just a simple food. How else do pistachios support overall male health then?
Well, beyond just erections, pistachios actively help lower LDL cholesterol. That harmful slug that can clog arteries and slow down circulation. By clearing those pathways, they protect your heart and ensure blood reaches the pelvic region when you need it most. Dr. Khera told this story about a man, early 60s, really frustrated by unreliable erections. He apparently laughed when pistachios were suggested, but within weeks, he came back smiling, reporting real improvement in firmness, in endurance. Plus, they're satisfying, they curb hunger, provide steady energy. So yeah, for a snack that kind of doubles as functional medicine for your vitality, a handful of pistachios every afternoon is a pretty powerful choice.
Now, for a nut that always seems to spark surprise, yet its impact is apparently mighty, Brazil nuts, Dr. Khera calls them the testosterone spark plug. And the astonishing part, he says, is you only need 1 or 2 a day. Men often expect medication, but a couple of Brazil nuts. What exactly is going on at a cellular level that makes such a small amount so powerful for hormones?
Yeah, that's the beauty of what we call precision nutrition, isn't it? Just enough of a key nutrient, like selenium in this case, can be truly transformative. Brazil nuts are one of the most concentrated natural sources of selenium you can find. It's a trace mineral, but it's vital for male vitality. Selenium then helps fuel testosterone production, it supports sperm health, and it helps protect the prostate. Without enough, testosterone can dip, leaving men feeling sluggish, less responsive. And unfortunately, selenium deficiencies are actually quite common, especially as we get older. Dr. Khera recalled a man, late 60s, suffering from low energy, fading desire. After adding just those couple of Brazil nuts daily, he felt renewed desire and even that morning strength coming back.
That sounds pretty incredible, but if it's that potent, is there a word of caution with Brazil nuts?
Oh, absolutely, yes. While the impact is mighty, moderation is absolutely crucial here. Too much selenium can actually be harmful. So the sweet spot really is just 1 or 2 nuts per day, never a whole handful. Think of it like empowering your natural processes, but without overloading the system. Dr. Khera also recommends taking them in the evening. The thinking is they support overnight testosterone production. So this means you might notice more energy, more desire, maybe firmer morning erections. It's a simple, natural way to kind of remind your body that age doesn't automatically mean decline.
Okay, finally, let's look at hazelnuts. Many of us, maybe we picture them in sweet treats, right? But on their own, these little round nuts are apparently a powerhouse for men's health, protecting nerves and hormones. How do hazelnuts sort of complete the picture for male vitality?
Hazelnuts really offer a comprehensive approach, actually. They're rich in folate, which you might know as vitamin B9. This nourishes the nervous system. Your nerves are basically the wiring that carries signals of arousal. So with enough folate, those signals stay crisp, alive, keeping intimacy feeling vivid and satisfying. Dr. Khera remembered a gentleman, early 70s, who felt he'd lost intensity in his sensations. But after adding hazelnuts, he reported his sensitivity felt sharper, his energy steadier, and his confidence renewed.
So protecting the nervous system is key. What about their hormonal benefits then?
Right. Well, magnesium inside hazelnuts also quietly helps lower cortisol. Remember, that's the stress hormone that robs testosterone. By reducing cortisol, hazelnuts give testosterone more room to rise, which strengthens desire and improves mood. Plus, their heart-healthy fats reduce inflammation and improve circulation, keeping blood vessels relaxed. And there's a hidden benefit, too. Hazelnuts are quite filling without feeling heavy. For older men who might be battling weight gain, this is really critical because excess belly fat directly lowers testosterone and fuels inflammation. So replacing processed snacks with hazelnuts means you're not just feeding your body essential nutrients, you're actively supporting hormone balance and long-term vitality.
Yeah.
They really do kind of complete the circle.
Okay, now for the other side of the coin. While those 5 nuts can really help transform your health, Dr. Khera points out there are 2 common nuts that can do the opposite, sort of silently working against your vitality. The first one is peanuts. You find them everywhere, right? Ball games, peanut butter jars. Many people assume they're healthy, but Dr. Khera has had to share an uncomfortable truth with countless patients. What are the hidden drawbacks of peanuts?
Yeah, it's fascinating how much we take for granted about foods we've been told are wholesome, isn't it? The first issue with peanuts is, well, they aren't actually true nuts. They're legumes. And this botanical difference, it turns out, is crucial because legumes, like peanuts, carry some hidden risks that tree nuts generally don't. Firstly, they're more susceptible to contamination with something called aflatoxins. These are toxins produced by certain molds. These put extra strain on the liver. And when the liver struggles, hormones can become imbalanced, leading to lower testosterone, sluggish energy, poor performance. Dr. Khera has seen this connection, many times in his practice, even with men who thought their nightly peanut snack was actually a healthier choice.
Wow, that's a really powerful and, frankly, surprising distinction. And what about their fat profile? Is that an issue too?
Yes, that's the other big thing. Peanuts are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. Now, we need some omega-6, but the modern diet is already just overflowing with them, especially when they're not balanced out by omega-3s. Too much omega-6 creates widespread inflammation throughout the body. And inflammation, well, it's really the enemy of male vitality. It stiffens arteries, restricts circulation, it irritates the prostate. Over time, this silent inflammation doesn't just make erections weaker, it actually contributes to an enlarged prostate. Look, a small handful once in a blue moon is probably okay. But daily consumption, that's where the danger really lies. Dr. Khera encourages men to just think carefully about what they're putting into their bodies routinely, because foods that seem harmless can sometimes carry the greatest hidden risks.
Okay, our final nut on the caution list, cashews. They taste creamy, they feel indulgent, they're in so many mixed nut packs, right? It leads many to believe they're just as good as, say, walnuts or almonds. But Dr. Khera explains that in reality, cashews come with these hidden drawbacks that can sort of chip away at your strength. What are those less obvious impacts?
It's so easy to unknowingly sabotage our efforts, isn't it? Cashews contain something called phytic acid. Now, in small amounts, it's probably harmless. But in larger quantities, phytic acid actually binds to critical minerals like zinc, which is essential for testosterone and prostate health, and magnesium, crucial for circulation and relaxation. It literally makes them harder for your body to absorb. So without enough of these minerals, desire can fade, erections might weaken, overall vitality starts to slip. Dr. Khera remembered a patient who just loved snacking on cashews every evening. He thought it was a smart, healthy choice until they looked closer at what those handfuls were actually doing to his mineral absorption.
Ah, so it's acting like a mineral blocker.
Yeah.
And what about their carbohydrate content? You mentioned that briefly.
Right, that's the other point. Cashews also carry more carbohydrates than most other nuts. This means they can cause more significant blood sugar spikes. Each spike pushes your insulin higher. And over time, consistently high insulin levels are known to lower testosterone and fuel belly fat, that exact combination that undermines confidence and performance in older men. Now, Dr. Khera isn't saying you can never eat a cashew again. A few sprinkled in a stir-fry probably won't do any harm, but the danger really comes when cashews become your daily go-to snack, eaten by the handful. That's when they can slowly block essential minerals and disrupt your blood sugar.
So what does this all mean then? Gentlemen, we've walked through the 5 nuts that can truly help protect your prostate, fuel your testosterone, keep your strength vibrant: walnuts, almonds, pistachios, Brazil nuts, and hazelnuts. And we've also uncovered the 2 you really need to approach with caution: peanuts and cashews. Dr. Khera emphasizes, and he's seen it in his own patients, how these small daily choices really do add up to big changes in confidence, in energy, in intimacy, especially at 60 and beyond. It's not really about chasing youth, is it? It's about giving your body the intelligent fuel it needs to stay vibrant.
Absolutely. And this whole discussion, it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other common assumptions about our diet might be quietly working against our well-being? And maybe what small informed adjustments could actually make a profound difference in your daily vitality and your confidence. It really is about being an active participant in your own health journey, taking back some control, one smart choice at a time.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into nurturing your vitality. We really hope you found these insights valuable for your daily life. If you did, please maybe take a moment to like this deep dive, perhaps share it with someone you think could benefit, and do subscribe to our channel so you never miss another crucial insight designed especially for you. Until next time, keep making those informed choices for a vibrant life.